Hi, I'm Bill Arman. I'm the co-founder of the Harvest Group, and I serve as the head harvester for the West Coast.
And I'm Ed Laflamme, and I'm the co-founder of the Harvest Group, and I'm from the East Coast.
Today, during the Harvest Way program, we want to share with you getting gross. And what we mean by that is getting the right gross margin for your organization. We're going to review 3 areas. What is gross margin? Why is it so important? And how to figure your current gross margin. So what is gross margin, Ed?
Good question, Bill. And that's really simple. It's just a matter of taking your revenue and subtracting your direct cost, and then the resulting number is the gross margin. It's really that simple. We're going to detail it in a second.
So why is gross margin so important? Well, really, it's whatever the gross margin is that you have in your organization after you deducted your direct costs, you're going to have to pay a big bill, and that's your overhead bill. And then you want to have money left over after that is where your net profit is. So gross margin is critical.
Very good, Bill. And the third component of this is, how do we figure out the gross margin? Well, why don't you get your financial statement from last year, the full year. First, you've got your revenue, okay? That's the income for the year. Then let's look at your costs. Now we're talking about direct labor. That's the labor that it costs to do the jobs. And with that direct labor, we're going to have labor burden. We know burden's an accounting term, and that refers to 3 main items, what we're talking about today. That's your Social Security cost, your unemployment cost, and then your workers' compensation cost. And those percentages can go anywhere from 15 up to high as 30% in some states. So that total burden would be on top of your labor cost, okay? And you can figure it out exactly from your financial statements. So we take your labor and all your materials for the year, okay? You've got those, add those 2 together, and then subtract those from your revenue, and the resulting number is your gross margin. But there's another important number we need to focus on. It's a key indicator, right, Bill?
Yeah, it would be the percent of gross margin. So you take that number, the dollar number, and divide that by your revenue. That'll give you your percent gross margin. And here's the key. In order to make a fair and reasonable profit, what we've seen over 50 organizations in 30 states, you're going to have to make at least 45% gross margin to turn a profit. And we prefer to see 50% to make a real nice, decent profit. So here's your assignment. We want you to do exactly what Ed has asked you. Go back and figure out what your gross margin is, dollars, and percentage of revenue, what your gross margin is. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact us on our website, harvestlandscapeconsulting.com. That's harvestlandscapeconsulting.com. This is Head Harvester Bill Arman from the West Coast.
And Head Harvester Ed Laflamme from the East Coast, signing off and helping you harvest your potential.